Hello, Divine Masculine, and welcome to your power message for Friday, Fabulous Friday. Now, in the feminine reading today, I spoke a little bit about some physical things that you may be going through, and also how these things can be affecting the Divine Feminine. So I do feel there's going to be masculines and feminines watching this reading, as I'm sure there always is, because the feminines cross-watch to understand. But understand that anything physically we go through is part of how we move forward and bring in required change. You know, when our body is changing and upgrading, it does go through ascension, and we may not understand why, or it may be a little bit uncomfortable. But when we become at ease with it, the symptoms will clear up quicker because we have a deeper understanding of it, yes, but because we allow it to move through us quicker too. So I'm actually going to begin today with a few things the masculines may be experiencing today, and then I'm going to bring in the Life Purpose Oracle. I've just used these for the feminines too, to really get a take on the masculine's purpose and mission, because we spoke about the feminine today and how the feminine's mission is to be the lighthouse and be the leader of light, and masculines, that's your mission too, but I want to go a bit deeper for you. Things that you may resonate with. Maybe now you're thinking about career change, or you're wondering what the next steps are, and I feel this deck will really help in some way. And I'm also going to bring in the Angel Blessings Oracle to bring in a further message. But I want to talk a little bit first about the physical things. So we've been talking about the fingers and the thumbs, and now they're giving me dry skin on the hands. So if you find that your hands are very, very dry, they may be cracked, they may be bleeding. Or maybe they're just, your skin isn't feeling right. They're giving me the energy of snake skin. Now, this came on me yesterday, and, I always channel these things for a reason. So regardless of the outside circumstances, you might think, well, I've got dry hands because I've been washing them, and I may have had a reaction to what I've washed my hands with. Or maybe you're thinking that you didn't dry your hands properly and they got a little bit chapped and sore. Or you might be thinking that you've been washing your hands a lot, and in this colder weather, your hands can get affected by that, or going out in the cold, or whatever it is. And that's the thing that can bring it up as a physical symptom, but there's always a spiritual cause. So the spiritual cause of hands and arms, and they give me the word cords because it's also about cutting cords with the past. And fingers and thumbs is about, the minute details as we feel our way through life. And our hands can be connected with our feelings. So I feel why you may have dry hands is because you may not be feeling heard or loved or wanted or needed right now. Or you may feel you can't express yourself in the right way. You want to express, but it's like things have dried up and things aren't working at the moment right. So that's why things have to change. And this can be in all areas of your life, not just with your twin, but with career. And, you want to change things. You want to be more expressive, because the hands are also about the way we express. When I'm channeling readings, my hands have got a mind of their own. I can't help that. It's the way I channel. And I've noticed that George does the same thing. If you watch George's readings, my Divine Masculine, because we're very similar and because we're one, but you'll see his hands moving all around the place as well, sometimes more than others, because they just do what they do. A lot of people are very expressive with the hands in that way. Whether I'm channeling or I'm doing manifesting or whatever I'm doing, my hands do their own thing. I don't even know what they're doing most of the time. So it's the need to feel. So when we're going through anything with the hands, it's the need to feel. And, you may have been repressing the way you feel. You may have been holding it back. So it's coming out in this kind of way, because it's also about expression. It's not just about the throat chakra and the mouth. It's about hands. It's the whole of our body. It's all in as one. Our body is in tune with every part of itself. So the hands as well, if they feel dry, when you hold or you touch dry skin, it can feel like a snake skin. Well, not necessarily a snake skin, but, it feels, because when you touch a snake, it doesn't actually feel dry at all. George has had a snake around his neck, when we've been to a Halloween event, a real snake. I would never do that, but I felt the snake and it didn't feel, nasty at all. But, you may feel that, but they're giving me snake skin, the way that snakes shed the skin, and then they feel reborn. This is what's happening. It's the way we're shedding skin. So dry skin anywhere on your body, whether it's on the hands or it's anywhere else, it's about beginning again. It's about renewal, and it's about rebirth energy. But the need to feel. Problems arise. So obviously if there's dry skin, there may be a problem there when feelings are repressed and we feel unable to give or reach out. So masculines, I know you want to give your feminine the world, and I know you want to reach out, but you may not be able to at this moment. So you may be experiencing these dry hands because of that. Give back to yourself at this time. Massage will help. So if you start giving to yourself, that's going to clear up. And massage will help, whether you want to massage your hands with a cream, or you want to massage yourself in another way. And, we do massage with cream too, back massage if you go and have a massage somewhere. But, what I find is when I'm experiencing these things, because I'm channeling the energy, even if I put cream on, it wouldn't really sort it out. Because it's about dealing with the underlying cause, and the underlying cause is for me to express this. So once I've expressed this now to you guys, the symptom will go. And if you're channeling messages, this is more for the feminines as well right now. If you're channeling guidance and you're experiencing things physically and then you notice, well, the next day the symptom's gone, that's why, because you've expressed it out. The universe showed it to you for a reason. But I'm feeling for the masculines here, you need to feel the love of your feminine, and not just feel it in your heart, your body. You crave their touch, you crave to touch them. And the problems are arising when you're repressing those feelings, and it's all building up inside you like a volcano ready to explode. And when you feel you're unable to give or reach out, and especially when, if your feminine is saying things to you and getting triggered by you, and, maybe saying hurtful things to you. And I spoke about that the other day. Even if the feminines are saying things in jest, calling you a name in jest, or, you feel that, it goes in. It goes in, it hurts. Like sometimes George will say to me, don't be silly. Like I'll say something to him and he'll say, don't be silly. But even the words, I'll say, wow, even those words have affected my inner child, don't be silly, because my inner child thinks, oh, I'm being silly. And he didn't mean it in that way. So remember, our words have power, because our body and our inner child and our ego is always listening. So massage will help, maybe massaging your hands, maybe putting some hand cream on with some gloves as you go to sleep. But this is really about, if you are a female masculine, you may want to do that. If you are a male masculine, you may think, I'm not putting cream on my hands, I'm not doing this or that, I'm a man. But this is about manning up and looking after you and understanding why these things are happening. So anything that can help will help. And that's why they're suggesting massage, because that's the way we can feel. If you go and have a massage from someone, you're going to feel things, okay? It's going to make you feel better. You're going to relieve your tension. Doesn't mean you're going to be, feeling, physically excited because that, massage therapist is giving you a massage. It means it's going to allow you to, just let feelings come out of you. That's why sometimes when we have a healing modality in that way, we can get emotional, maybe shed some tears, because it's moved something around in the body. It's created some kind of movement. We've also got the eyes. Now, I was connecting with this earlier. I woke up, I felt like there was something in my eye. And then the left eye, that was in the right eye. And then the left eye feels like it's itching now. Now, I know that's not connected with me. And they're also giving me an itching on the back of the neck as well, which is also connected with changes. So they're giving me that right now as I'm connecting. So, if you're having any neck pain, but especially itchy neck today. So I'm going to just have a look for itching and neck, because I feel that we need to be talking about these things as well. And it's just nice to show you the cards. This deck is amazing. I'm so grateful that, the angels allowed me to create this deck and gave me all the beautiful messages. Well, this is a great deck to go through to, refer to things. And I have it here so I can pick it up. So if someone says, oh, I'm going through this or that, then I can see what it is and connect with it and show you a visual. So we know why you're going through the hands and the arms. And the eyes is when we're not liking what we are seeing. It makes sense. Think about it. Our eyes are connected with visual. So not liking what is seen in the physical world, the reality we have. So choose instead, because we always have a choice, to see things with the eyes of love, not fear. and face what needs to be changed to bring beauty back into life. So when we have a real feeling like our eyes are running, we may be in pain about what we're seeing. It's causing pain or feelings or emotions. Sometimes we cry at weddings because we're happy. So we cry because we're liking what we're seeing. But we can cry when we don't like what we see. If we have pain in the eye, it's because it's a very painful thing to look at. Very painful. If you have itching in the eye, which I've been experiencing as well, that's because you're itching for a change. You know it's time to make a change. So when you have itching, it's the need to break free. And you may be feeling trapped and craving change. So choose peace in the moment and visualize the life you want to love. So that's why you may have itchy eyes, because the angels are asking you to visualize the type of life you want. The type of life that looks beautiful to you and feels nice to you and looks good to you. And they've just given me the gnashing of the teeth, which is connected with decisions. So if you've got an itchy neck, maybe you're having neck pain. But if you're having an itchy neck today, and that's what they're giving me, it's because you're itching for this change. You may be feeling stuck in old ways and patterns of behaviour. So you may feel stuck in a situation, but you're itching for that change. The pain is a sign of the change that's taking place. Replacing stuck thinking with a new plan, becoming flexible and adaptable to change. So if you've had severe neck pain, for example, and then it turns into an itch, it's because you've dealt with the underlying changes that need to happen, and now you're itching for that change. You want to make it happen. So that's what's coming through in the body. Now let's do a message about purpose, because these changes that you want to make your life look better to you, feel better to you. You want to express yourself and help the world and feel, and you want to be authentic, you want to be yourself, you want to make changes, can be about your life purpose. So you may be thinking about career or things you want to do to help the world. So thank you, angels. What's the masculine's energy we need to be connecting with here? What changes are the masculines making? Or powerful, few cards have come out. It'd be really interesting if we get the same cards coming out for the feminine and the masculine. But I'm going to start with the angel blessings. First, they're giving me as well teeth. When we go through anything on the teeth, whether it's we get lipstick on the tooth, or we get things stuck in the teeth, or we have pain in the teeth, it's always because something needs to change, or we're being brought into awareness of something. So the angels are saying, love does not hold any record of wrongs, because love does not judge or hold grudges. And this is reminding you to let go, because masculines, you're very good at forgiving others. But when it comes to forgiving yourself, you hold on to those wrongs. It's like you hold an energetic record of those things. And the angels are reminding you that love does not judge or hold grudges. So let go of that. And if you're holding any grudges or judgment towards another, now is the time to let go. And I feel that part of your purpose is to trigger these kinds of emotions and feelings within your feminine so that they can forgive. Because the feminines constantly feel that they have to forgive and can hold on to the pain and the struggle. So you're actually teaching them as their greatest teacher to understand that love does not hold any records of wrongs. That means we forgive. We understand that it's all about spiritual growth and learning. So remember, everything is a lesson we go through in this life. And love and treat others the way that you wish to be loved and treated by others. So this is about you realizing on your journey that you do things or say things that you may regret. And then you judge yourself over that. And you may hold that wrong in your mind. But then you have the opportunity to forgive and heal it and wipe the slate clean and prove there's a better way. And this is the card that comes through from Jesus saying, love and treat others the way that you wish to be loved and treated by others. And that's what you learn along the way. It's okay to be vulnerable and to open your heart. So the life purpose cards, we've got energy healing. It says your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So your energy is very healing. And that's true. The essence of you, whether that's coming through in music, through your voice, or through your hands, if you're helping others with your hands, or through your speech, or through your body movement. Whatever you were doing, whatever you were building, you're creating energy. And my divine masculine, he's got a very healing voice. And his energy, he creates with his voice. His voice is very soothing to people, soothing to me. When he's singing or when he's doing meditations or when he's just talking, his voice is very healing and soothing. And it's the same kind of energy. So wherever your energy is focused, it's a very healing energy. And they're giving me birds as well. Magpies just flew down there. And magpies, whenever I see a magpie, I always connect with the father energy of my father, my biological dad. So saying hello. So this is also that masculine energy within you. About flying high and building and creating. The way you create things in your life. The way you build a future. The way you want to provide. That's a very kind of, like a masculine trait, but because you want to build stability. But you want to look after what's yours, and you want to look after who's yours. So you want to be that kind of father figure too. It doesn't matter whether you are operating in, if you are operating in masculine energy, if you are connecting with this, if you're a feminine as well, or you are a female masculine, but you are a provider, you want to provide. And your natural energy brings that in. That's part of your life purpose and as an energy healer. So you may find that you want to experience that or pursue that healing with energy. So again, healing with energy is through music, through sound, could be through words, it could be Reiki healing, crystal healing, anything that you connect with that creates healing energy is part of your purpose. We've got justice. It says your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. So you're also going to be showing others how to see all sides of a situation. Again, I feel justice is connected with judgment here. Wow, 2 motorbikes, that's movement there. So I feel that some of you watching are definitely moving towards something fair in your life that's going to bring fairness in for all. And, I'm seeing with this as well, because the justice card can also mean releasing yourself from things you feel, stuck in, like marriages. So justice can also be about court, divorce proceedings, sorting out custody of kids, breaking free from contracts, that kind of thing. But regarding life purpose, I'm seeing this as you doing the work that you do, the energy healing work that you will do in your future is going to bring fairness into others. So you may be a counsellor or you may help others. You're going to help people to see all sides of the coin, because that's what you've learned too. You see all sides of the situation. That's why sometimes you remain stuck in a situation, because you don't want to hurt anybody. So you create that protection. And then you trigger your feminine because your feminine thinks you don't care, when really you're doing it to protect everyone. So this is about helping you see all sides. In my masculine's readings, he always brings up the masculine side and the feminine side. And, I do that too. But he does it in a very just and fair way. So I can really understand why this card has come out when I see George in action. And if you don't know who he is, that's my Divine Masculine Blue Ice Tarot. You can go and check out his readings and you'll see what I mean. But this is about helping others to feel protected and to feel stable and safe and like there is fairness there. So I feel that part of your mission is also to release grudges and judgment and help others to do the same. We've got trust. So part of your purpose is also to prove to your feminine that they can trust you. And you do that sometimes by what you've done, your own behaviour. You may not be aware of why it's happened, but it's taught a big lesson. You taking a step back allows your feminine to step forward, which means they then learn to take the step back again so you can then move forward. So when you go quiet and distant, they have to learn to trust you to find your way and to reach out and do what you've come here to do. But you're also learning how to trust your own feelings and your own intuition and listen to your own heart and step away from society or programming or conditioning. And that can be scary because, if people in your family or your friends don't really get the healing element of things, or they're not very spiritual, then you've got to stand up for what you believe in. And that takes power. That's why you've got the Justice card as well. So when I'm connecting with this, I'm feeling, the Father energy coming through. The Father, which is coming from God directly, but it's also like the energy of ancestors, male ancestors who are around you, maybe a granddad or an uncle or someone else who's guiding you on to bring in that masculine energy. And the justice is about Archangel Jeremiah, helping you to reevaluate your life so you can change things and help others to do the same. And the trust is coming through very powerfully here by the female archangels. But I've also got Archangel Michael reminding you to have strength, to trust your feelings and your dreams, and to guide your career path. So when we trust ourselves, we follow through on our plans and our dreams because we believe. When we dream, we believe we achieve. We've also got oracle cards. So you may actually want to use oracle cards. You may not know anything about them. Maybe you're struggling with that because you're thinking, well, that isn't very manly. Or that isn't very, masculine. But it absolutely is. My Divine Masculine uses oracle cards, tarot cards. It's exciting. So cards of some kind may be part of your purpose. Maybe you don't want to use tarot, but you want to use cartomancy, or there's some other cards you want to bring in. I see you holding up cards and helping people. So you can use cards when you're doing seminars, or, when you're showing certain things. Think about people who give out presentations. They may use cards to remind them what to say, or to prompt something, or to bring in a visual of some kind. So I'm seeing oracle cards not just as, using these types of cards. I'm seeing this as anything that helps you. So you're able to dream. Give me the word dream. So I feel dreaming as well. So some of you may even be connecting with lucid dreaming, or being able to understand that. There's a guy called Charlie Morley who is, really powerfully into lucid dreaming. That's just what popped in my mind there. But you're able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So you're going to be able to help others through your intuition, but maybe using some kind of tool. Oracle cards, tarot cards, or something else. Not necessarily oracle cards, but something else that prompts you to know what to do. And books. So you may want to read more. Maybe you want to write more. You may want to write a book. You have things in you. And I feel these are things you may have thought, well, I want to do that, or that's been on my mind before, but I've never thought I was capable of doing that. But you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So that could be also books in other ways, through editing books, or, publishing books. There's other ways you can be around this energy. But books are really about wisdom and knowledge, taking that in and sharing that knowledge with the world. And these are things the angels want you to be aware of now. Okay, maybe you've been reading books or articles or things on social media that are really connecting with you, because, books aren't always just about an actual book. I'm trying to find a book, but, like a book that we actually pick up and read. These things can be online. They can be through Kindle. They can be through, things we see and we take in. So I'm seeing books in so much more than just a book, because you might think, I have no interest in books. I have no interest in oracle cards. And maybe that's true now, but these things come in at a later date. But I feel it's more about understanding and moving forward and gaining knowledge and psychic intuition. And I feel some of you have been very interested in having readings or what this is all about. So your journey is more about bringing in this healing, this healing to the world, and bringing trust in, allowing trust to flow in. Like my masculine, I knew I could trust him straight away because of his energy and the way his energy feels. Even when he was an ego, it was still his energy that was very healing to me. And I found with George, even before we met, we talk on Snapchat. And if we were talking late at night and he sent me a Snapchat video, it sent me to sleep, not because he was boring me, but because his voice was so soothing. And I'd be listening to his voice and then I'd drop off. I do it now, we can be in bed talking and he's talking to me about something and his voice is just so soothing. It'll just knock me out. And he'll be like, babe. And I'll be like, and just because it's very healing. Sometimes I'll listen to George's readings, when I'm at night time, because it's very healing. Or if he's gaming upstairs and I'm downstairs, I might just stop my show and just see if he's posted anything and listen to his video, because it's very healing. And we notice different things too. Very powerful. The other day, I was watching George's reading and I was really drawn to his arms. And I was excited by his arms. I was like, wow, I feel really attracted to your arms right now. So I went and told him, and I was like touching his arms. He was like, what are you doing? And I was like, you'll see when you see your comment on my comment on your video. But the energy is today, it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel different than your friends and your family about your life and situation. And it's okay to feel all these things you're feeling for your divine feminine, even if you're in a relationship. It's giving you the power to change and make changes and move forward. So it isn't even moving on, it's moving forward in your life. And sometimes to move forward in our life, we have to leave people or situations behind that we once really cared about or were really invested in. But life is growth and life is change, and we have to be on board with that. And that's what they want you to know. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.